Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1183. Good Thursday morning. Welcome to it. Today, I want to talk about finding garbage in the Goodwill Pallet. I had a first in eBay first. It's not too often I come across something for the first time on eBay as far as from a selling standpoint goes. But I did have a new one yesterday. I'll share that. Let me write these down because I've got a few topics. Garbage. Was garbage and recycle day yesterday? Garbage, eBay first, and I thought there was one other. Was there one other thing I wanted to talk about? I thought there was. We'll get around to it. Must not have been important. So Wednesday, I spent a lot of the day yesterday digging through the Goodwill Pallet, did some shipping, and dug through some of the pallet. Also a first. I've bought a lot of Goodwill pallets, but I'm still finding, there's a first every time I find a Goodwill pallet. There's something that pops up for the first time, including yesterday. Found some unique items, something you wouldn't, not unique in the grand world, but unique when you're digging through. This box was filled with football cards, and then all of a sudden you stumble upon looks like somebody's garbage. So this pallet, actually, there's been a couple cases where I've opened boxes and it's like, what the hell is this doing in here? So we'll talk about that. Madison card show is coming up end of the month. Actually, not end of the month, a week from Saturday already. Saturday, May 25th. Can you believe that? Can you believe that we are getting already to the end of the month of May? I can't believe it. Biscuit is usually on like this schedule where it's 9 o'clock and she's routine, dog of routine. It's 9 o'clock. She has a perch on our couch, on the top of the couch, on the head of the couch? I don't know. The top of the couch. And there's a couple pillows up against the back of the couch, and then her blanket. And that she just laid like all day long. Like that's her safety spot. She just hangs out there all day, all night. And but when 9 o'clock rolls around, 9 p.m., she jumps down. It's like, it's time to go potty and then go to bed. Well, she did this at like 7:30 last night. What may have like thrown her off though is the last couple of weeks I've been super busy. So I've been like, after dinner, I come back downstairs and work and then go upstairs, 8:30, sometimes as late as 9, between 8 and 9, I would say. I go back upstairs, lay on the couch for a little bit. And I think that's what threw her off. I just didn't come downstairs last night. I just stayed on the couch. So she probably thought, well, he's on the couch for half an hour. It's time to go to bed. It's like, it's still light out. And she's like, so antsy. My wife's like, just take her out. It's 8:20. We got to 8:20. Like, okay, let's go potty. And my wife's like, but don't put her in bed yet. So took her out. She went potty and she wanted to go to bed. Like, nope. So went back on the couch, and she actually did get comfortable and hung out on her perch until, and then I think I put her to bed at like 9:50. Like, she jumped down. It's like, okay, we're not going to fight anymore. It's time for bed. You made it to 9:15. Good job. I don't know why I'm talking about that. What brought that up? That was my night. What else is going on? That's about it. So I feel I haven't had my mushroom, although I haven't been drinking my mushroom coffee before the show. I feel like foggy this morning. I did wake up early. I woke up at about 5:30, early for me, and just kind of went back. And then I fell back asleep. And I think I was in like the dream in REM sleep when my alarm went off. And so now I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I need my mushroom coffee. So, Madison Card Show, Saturday, May 25th. Oh, that's what I want. That's where the Biscuit story came in. Oh man, my brain is foggy this morning. So, can you believe it's the end of the month already? So last night, when Biscuit goes outside, I'm like, my wife goes, "What time is it?" And I'm like, "It's like 8:20. It's still light out." And that's when my wife said, "Don't put her in bed yet. Still freaking light out." So I can't. I went outside. It's like 8:30, 8:20, 8:30. It's like, man, it's still light out. I love it. Although it was a little chilly yesterday, though it did warm up throughout the day. I did. I think we're supposed to get some warm weather. My cousin and her husband may be coming up. They're like big mushroomers. Also, it's Uncle Jack's daughter. May be coming up there's a mushroom festival around here. They're big into mushrooms also. The Morels. So they're bit like they fit. They're outdoorsy, not like I am. I'm outdoorsy where I just want to like sit outside and watch nature, not fish and hunt and look for morels. So I went down and this, I want to have some serenity down by the pond. So and it's, it grows, weeds grow up and you can't access the water. So I want to be able to access the water this summer. So I've been weed whacking. So I weed whacked yesterday and have to get some more done. But I can't believe it's already May 16th, 9 days away from the Madison Card Show. It's going to be a sold-out show. May 25th, that's Memorial Day weekend. At the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive, we'll have all 3 ballrooms open, 175 dealer tables. And as always, it is free admission. Don't forget, Bratfest weekend. We've got the Village People on Friday night. Who else is playing? Boba Flex, Tantric, Rehab on Saturday, I think. So it's free. There is no admission. I don't think there's admission to get into Bratfest. You just have to pay for your brats and pay for your beers. But the music is free. So cheap entertainment at Bratfest, which runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, next weekend, Memorial Day weekend. And of course, the Madison Card Show falls on Saturday, May 25th. So hope to see you there. I will not be set up at the Madison Card Show. I'll be set up next card show. Will be Saturday, June 9th in Janesville. So I did decide as I'm going through boxes from Goodwill yesterday. I'm not creating any new boxes. We're just going to discount as far as quarter boxes. I'll be making new dollar boxes. But I'll be discounting the quarter boxes in Janesville. They'll be dime boxes. Now, I will be creating new quarter boxes, but that's where you come in. I won't be putting these out at card shows. I'll be auctioning these off live on YouTube. Again, I don't know. I've just started to put some of these together from this latest Goodwill Pallet. I'll be putting some more together. So they will be cherry picked by me. But it's basically what I would be putting in my quarter boxes at shows, but they just won't be cherry picked by other people. So you'll get first dibs. So I don't know when. It's going to be a busy summer, man. I've got to get organized. I don't know when we'll do that sale. And I probably will only do one sale. And I'd like to get it out of the way here in the next couple of weeks. Just because as the summer rolls on, I'm going to get busier and won't have time. So, and same with everybody else. Like, who wants to sit on their computer and watch me sell boxes of baseball cards on a warm Thursday summer night? Not too many people, I would imagine. So save the rest for the winter, I guess. All right. What else is going on? I don't know. I don't know what else is going on. Top Series 2 pre-sale went up. I did not participate. I thought about pulling the trigger on Series 2, but I'm just like, yeah, I've got so much stuff still to list. Series 2 is not something I really want to do a rip and flip on. I don't have any background or experience flipping Series 2. Series 2 has been a product that I rarely even rip. I don't know if I've ever even ripped a hobby box of Series 2. If I do, it's a couple blasters. It's like, oh, Series 2 is out. I'm going to rip a couple blasters, which that may be something I do this year. I think it releases first week of June, I believe. I also haven't seen a checklist. Checklist isn't out yet. So, which normally I don't need to see a checklist to do my rip and flip. But I do kind of want to see a checklist on this. It doesn't matter. Even if I did see a checklist, I probably, if it was great, I still wouldn't buy a case. But I don't know. I don't know what the new, over the last couple of years, Topps has changed their release schedule. It used to be Series 2, and then we'd get, actually Archives was for a long time, the first was when Series 2 is releasing first week of June. And then we'd get Series 2 later in June or even in July. We'd get Allen and Ginter at the end of July. I don't know what we'd get in August, but that's kind of how it used to be. And now everything seems like it's fourth quarter releases. And all of a sudden, fourth quarter, I'm poor because I'm buying all of this stuff that I like to rip. So I honestly don't know what the next rip and flip product I'll be. It just depends on the release schedule from Topps. Let's go to the chat. Happy Thursday. Kyle's in the house. Good morning. Are you getting rain, Kyle, where you are? When I looked out the window this morning, it's cloudy. We've had a lot of rain and cloudiness lately, last couple of weeks. It looked really dark to the south. Of course, I'm pretty far north of you, but I'm just curious. It does look like there's rain somewhere south of me. Don't know how far south. Could be half an hour south. Could be where Kyle's at south. Todd, good morning. George is here. What's happening? Looked like the garbage of somebody who changed their own oil. I know, right? It was like stuff that's like, oh, I'm not going to use this. I don't want your garbage, your paint brushes and shingles. Rob's in the house from down under. What's up? I don't even know what time it is over there. Good morning or good evening? Good evening, I guess. He said good evening, so I'm going to assume it's nighttime in Australia. David, good morning. What's happening? Victor's here. Good morning. Great win. Go Cubs. Hey, yeah, Cubs win. Had to wear my shirt. Also represent Ethan Roberts. He is back. So he is in Double-A for the first time in 2 years. Ethan pitched in a game, in like a real game. He did throw one inning last week in Arizona, extended spring training. So this was his first game in 2 years. Last night, Tennessee Smokies. I watched it. They played one of my favorite teams as far as mascots go, the Trash Pandas out of Rocket City. The Rocket City Trash Pandas. Now that's a good old minor league name. So Ethan's back. He little trouble with the command. I think he walked a couple. Got a grounder and a ground out and a pop out to shallow right field. It was the first batter, I think. And then there was an oh shit moment. He's thrown like 4 pitches. There's a comebacker and he puts his right hand up like, oh no. But he was okay. Trainers come out. I'm like, oh. But he's like, he's shaking, he's laughing, he's like, I'm good. They're like, well, throw a pitch. He threw a pitch. He was good. So he went 2/3 last night. So great to see Ethan back on the mound. And I would assume he's at Double-A because just of how, he hasn't thrown. First off, he hasn't thrown in 2 years. And I don't know the AAA situation as far as pitchers go. It could be like just we have to send you to AA because we don't have room at AAA. So I think it could have been roster structure, but it also could have been you haven't thrown in 2 years, so let's start you out at AA. So good to see him back. Matty Ice, what's up? Good morning. Awesome win. Card Hobbyist, good morning. He disagrees. 4-leaf cards, what's up? Good morning. James in the house, good find. Wood stain and paintbrush might get more for those than the junk wax. That's true, because a lot of the junk wax just goes in the junk, in the garbage. I threw about 3 or 4 big boxes of cards away yesterday. A lot of the cards that were in that junk box with the wood stain and paintbrush are also getting tossed in the garbage. Christian, good morning. Herman's in the house. Good morning. Steel Cards is here. What's happening? Red Light 34. Good morning. Steve, what's up? Good morning. Happy Thursday, or in my case, happy Friday. Steve must have the day off. Dan's here. What's happening? Joe Trotto, good morning. Kyle says cloudy blue skies. We've got cloudy. Oh, it looks like it cleared up a little bit. Cloudy off-white skies. It's not gray. It's not blue. It's not white. It's a mix. It's a mix. What did I say? It's a white and light blue, maybe. Off-white. It's more of an off-white. It's not quite gray. Matthew, good morning. Royals 417 in the house. Bill, good morning. Bill Sinus says Assad and Imanaga going head-to-head in the Cy Young race. It's only May 16th, but damn, they're looking good. Assad has, I think, the 4th lowest ERA in the league, and I think Imanaga might even have a higher, a lower ERA than that. He might be even 3rd or 2nd. I don't know, or 1st. I don't know. But yes, those guys are looking good. Man, I found some garbage in the Goodwill Pallet yesterday. I was going through some boxes, and I did notice last week when I was going through just a box here and there, there was I noticed something in the box that wasn't cards, and it was a magazine. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And actually, there were quite a few magazines, like old baseball programs from like the late 60s and early 70s. And then there were some baseball digests and just some random magazines and stuff, which magazines basically have very little value. The stuff that I found, probably put it on $10. I don't know. So what it was there were in some like newspaper, like toss it. So a lot of that stuff did get tossed. So it's at the bottom of this box. On top is cards on top. But then I had a new one. And normally there's not like magazines. Like I don't find often Beckett's or Baseball Card Magazine, which I wish I would. Because I like that stuff. But I don't. I think they probably put it in if those get dropped off, they put it in a magazine, or I'm sure they sort somehow from the magazines and stuff. But sometimes if it's at the bottom of a box with baseball cards on top of it, it's kind of a good sign that this probably wasn't cherry picked at Goodwill. And I want to address what is cherry picked. So I think you probably all know what cherry picked is. But I never trust when somebody says it's not cherry picked. It's been cherry picked somewhere down the line. Maybe you didn't cherry pick it, but the person in front of you or 2 down. So like when I say, if I'm going to sell quarter boxes, these are not cherry picked. Yes, they were cherry picked. They just weren't at a card show. It's what I would put at a card show. But I'm cherry picking. Like I'm putting this stuff out. And sometimes my quarter boxes are really good. And then when they're not as good, that means they've probably been looked through and they're not uncherry picked anymore at a card show. So the Goodwill Pallet, it comes to me, it could have been cherry picked at Goodwill. They could have seen, oh, these are vintage cards. We're going to cherry pick the vintage cards out, leave everything else. It could have been cherry picked by the person donating the stuff. In all likelihood, probably was. So there's probably some cherry picking somewhere along the line of these cards. But at least in this instance, I know it wasn't cherry picked at Goodwill because they would have taken out the magazines and the paintbrush. So I get into another box yesterday, and I see something weird that I don't typically see in a Goodwill pallet box. Shingles. Like something you put on your, like, what the fuck is this? Shingles. I'm like, well, that's interesting. I wonder what else is at the bottom of this box. Unfortunately, more shit. There were shingles. There was paint brushes. The hell else was there? Just random, like a random tool set. Just a lot. Just somebody's garbage. Like, we can't just throw this paint away. Let's donate it to Goodwill and have them throw it away. And then Goodwill doesn't cherry pick. For once, I want them to cherry pick the goddamn paint out of the box. Now, what am I going to do with it? I can't throw paint away. What the fuck am I going to do with this? I got to go find somewhere to dump this shit. So that was annoying. Garbage in my Goodwill. You never know what you're going to find. I did find, though, a couple, this little Debbie box that's been sitting back here. So there were there were a lot of the Upper Deck Italian and Spanish cards. So this is a Shaq rookie Italian. This is like a $20 card. And it's been, well, it's in a hard case. So, and then this is one of my junk wax favorites. If I were to rank, and I guess it depends, like, we'll just call the junk wax era 1986 to 1996. That's just kind of I wanted to go by decade, 86 to 96. So this is from 1994. One of my all-time favorite junk wax era cards. It's a basketball player by the name of Johnny Kilroy. You're like, who in the hell is Johnny Kilroy? And if you're of my age, you probably know who Johnny Kilroy was. So this was a Nike campaign after Michael Jordan's retirement. Johnny Kilroy was this player that, was Michael Jordan, but in disguise. And his name was Johnny Kilroy. And then Upper Deck made this card, Johnny Kilroy, Chicago Bulls. Just a phenomenal card. I love it. I don't know what those go for. It's probably $20, maybe more. Let's see. And then this is something I typically what I find in my Goodwill pallets are Midwest based. I often don't find out of the area region stuff like this. Oregon Ducks uncut sheet from 1995, I think. Oregon Ducks 96 basketball. Now, I've never heard of any of these players. Jamal Lawrence, Jamar Curry, Michael Carson, Kenya Wilkins, Brian Williams. Not that Brian Williams. Tarek Brown, Dante Quinn, Kyle Milling, Andre Larry, Rob Ramaker, A.D. Smith, Henry Madden. There's another one. Again, these guys I've never heard of. This is from 97, 98. Oregon Ducks basketball. So some of these college sheets, team sets are decent. There was, what I find is usually Wisconsin Badgers, Minnesota Golden Gophers, every once in a while Marquette. And I found a Marquette, one of the higher value single cards that I found in a Goodwill pallet was a Dwayne Wade Marquette card. And I think I sold it for like $100, just like one of these cards. So those are always interesting finds. Let's go back into the chat. Christian says one person's garbage is my garbage. Steve says white, blue, off-white clouds giving Danny a run for his money on those weather reports. Yes. I'm no meteorologist. Brian, good morning. After a 20-year hiatus, I was able to play my favorite video game, Wario Land for Virtual Boy, and I beat the game. Hey, cheers to that. I don't think I ever played that game. Low Roller Scratcher. I listed a couple Liverpool cards in my eBay store, and I sold both of them. I sold the James Milner and the out of 5 Trent Alexander. Sold in, I think both of them sold within 24 hours. So how about that? Jody, good morning. Shane Koopman's in the house. Good morning. He's headed out fishing again, so I'll be joining as I drive. Good luck. Did you catch anything yesterday? What'd you catch? Minneapolis Kid is here. What's going on? Been a while since I've caught you live. What's happening? Welcome back. Good to have you. Bill says send the paint back to Goodwill. It's a good idea. Red Light says, does your county have a recycling center? If so, take the paint. Actually, you know what? We do. Our yard waste facility, but I don't know if they do paint. I guess I could look it up. But they take electronics, I know, so they might do paint. Every once in a while in the area, they'll do like free paint recycling days or electronic recycling days. James says, are you allowed to build a pier by the shoreline of the water in the back? No, we can't build anything back there. So the property line is, so I don't own the land going down. It's part of the homeowners association. So no, I cannot. I can maintain it. That's it. I can just maintain it. Bubblegum Cardboard. What's going on? Kilroy, the true GOAT. Absolutely. Johnny frickin' Kilroy. Brian loves the randomness. That is the Goodwill Pallet. It is a lot of fun. Low Roller Scratcher saw a woman, Oregon Ducks basketball uncut. She sold for about $10. There you go. What else did I have on my note? Oh, I had it. Speaking of eBay, I had an eBay first yesterday. So I had a return request on a 99-cent card. What? I'm like, I have automatic returns. You know, it helps your status, the algorithm. So I have returns, and very rarely do I have returns. But I did yesterday, and this was a first. Let me go see if I can find, because I want the wording on this return. I'm like, I saw it's for 99 cents, and I'm like, you know what? This is I'm gonna just send a refund, and they don't have to send the freaking card back because it's just a pain in the ass. So let's see, where's open returns? Oh, I gotta go closed returns. Here it is. Okay, so I sold a 2024 Topps Big League Victor Maderos Angels rookie card, 99 cents, free shipping. View order details. See return details. Okay. So this person actually did buy multiple cards from me. So it wasn't a 99-cent transaction with free shipping. He actually bought like 5 or 6 cards, but I did block him. His reason, he opened the return on this 2024 Topps Big League Victor Maderos. And the reason was it doesn't work or defective. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You're just finding things. So if you click into the details, here, I don't want to dox him, so I don't think any of the names, so I can share this on my screen. Look at his reason. You can see it's kind of small. Card is not of the player. Wrong player picture on card. Had a meet and greet signing with player, refused to sign card with wrong photo, and he sent a picture of the real Victor Maderos. I'm like, are you kidding me? So that's Victor Maderos, but it's not Victor Maderos on the Topps Big League card. I'm like, what the fuck? 99 cents. 99 fucking cents. So I gave him a refund. So the refund, in fact, and I wanted to be a petty Betty. Remember that term that I heard for the first time the other day? I wanted to be a petty Betty and be like, I'm just gonna make you return the card. Like I'm gonna make you hassle through a 99-cent card. But cooler heads prevailed. The refund amount was actually the same amount as what postage would be. And so it was 60. I owed him because after, he got 99 cents, but eBay took whatever. So my refund was I only owed him 64 cents. And then he got the 99 cents. eBay, had to refund the fees or whatever. So, or it came off the fees. So 64 cents, also the same as the postage. So it's like, instead of like me having to send him ship, I have to pay for the label. So I just, what? Fucking 99 cents. F-bombs. I'm like, screw it. Chalk it up to cost of business. But that was the first. I sent the refund and then I blocked him because I don't want to deal with that. And it's like, well, that's kind of petty to block him. He did buy 5 cards from me, but if you're going to open a return on a 99-cent card, I don't want to do business with you. So there's plenty of other sellers that have cheap cards you can buy from. And that was the first. I've never had somebody return a card because a player refused to sign it because it's the wrong player. Brian says, so it's a legit error card. Well, it's basically what you would call an uncorrected error. So is it an error? Yes, but it's basically just a common because it's all of them are the same. So it's an uncorrected error card, which means it's worth 99 cents with free shipping. Let's see. Shane says, didn't catch anything yesterday before work. Today will be different. There you go. I like it. Minneapolis Kid says, paint, if it's latex, you can throw it in the trash, but not in the cans. Oh, paint in the cans. Oh, I'll have to look. Take the paint and just pour a bit into your kitchen trash as you go so it dries out. I don't know if that's being serious or that sounds, can you imagine if my wife walks in and I'm pouring paint into our kitchen trash can? That ain't going to fly in my house. I think we have a bunch of paint and I might just put it like eventually time to go find a way to get rid of this. So for now, it's going to stay in the box. Brian says, good luck. Shane, what fish species are you targeting? Shane is targeting in the rivers, smallmouth bass, lakes, largemouth bass. Yesterday was river. Today is lake. Minneapolis Kid says, ZOMG, this refractor doesn't refract. It only fracks. Please refund. Right. Red light says F-bomb. Yeah, I was tossing. It's like, what the fuck? But I will welcome Pike and Muskie if they want to play. There you go. Brian says, you will get a walleye and eat happy. What a dick. I agree. So that's what I had for today. We're only 34 minutes in, but I really just don't have anything to talk about today. So I'm going to wrap it up. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. I've got some more shipping. I've got some more Goodwill palleting to look through. I did. This is the part of the program where I say I don't have anything else to talk about, and I'm going to talk for another 20 minutes. We've reached that segment. I bought this past weekend. I bought a whole bunch of Jordan cards. Oh, which by the way, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So see, I'm not done yet. I was pulling Jordans out, and there was one for $1 that was like lenticular, and I'm like, wow, this seems like it would be worth more than $1. I bought it. And I probably paid less than $1 because I bought like $300 worth. So I'm going through on the couch last night because I can't just watch TV. I have to be doing something, and I didn't want to stare at my phone. So I'm like, I'm going to bring up so I've got a box full of Jordans, Tom Brady's, Peyton Manning's that I'm going to, I'm still waffling between lotting them out and singling them out. And I think I just might lot them out. think I'm going to do 50 card lots of the Jordans and Brady and Manning. But I have multiple Jordans. I think I only have one 50 card lot of Brady. So I was sorting the Jordans to put in 50 card lots. I get to this lenticular card. I'm like, I set it aside because I'm like, this might be something that I can sell on its own and not put it in a lot. And I looked it up, and sure as shit, it's listed. I think the last one sold for like $90. And then all of the others that are listed on eBay are between like 125 and 175. I'm like, ooh, that was a good find out of the dollar box. So there's a couple other Jordans that I pulled out of there. It's like, well, if this was in the dollar box, there may be some others that I need to look up before I put them in a lot. So I'll be putting those Jordan lots up at some point. But I did list. So I listed that lenticular Jordan, and it still isn't on eBay yet because sometimes Jordan, Kobe, players like that don't populate on eBay because they have to go through like a screening process. So I listed it last night. It still hasn't shown up on eBay, even on my eBay. Like I can't even see it. So that was a fun find. So yeah, I was doing that last night on the couch. Jeremy, what's going on? Change your mindset. You'll change your world. Stuke's in the house. Good morning. It is a short stream today. So yes, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Madison Card Show coming up Saturday, May 25th. Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. Show hours 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free admission, 175 dealer tables, 3 ballrooms. Saturday, May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. Bratfest across the street. So come over to the show. After the show, go across the street, have a brat, take in some music at Bratfest. June show is set for June 22nd. We'll be down to 2 ballrooms for June. So it will be confirmed. Only 2 ballrooms for June 22nd. July, August, September, still waiting on contracts. So hopefully I get those soon. So we'll get July, August, September dates, hopefully here in the next few days. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. One last comment from Shane. He tells Brian that would be nice, but I have to work in 2 hours and I'm fishing a lake about 10 minutes from work, and work is 45 minutes from home, so I wouldn't be able to keep it. Bummer. All righty. So, hey, have a great Thursday. We'll do it all again tomorrow. It's Friday. That means it's a free-for-all, and we play Name That Player. So join us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central, Hobby Evolution. See you then. Have a great day.